Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening anywhere in the world. Welcome back to our Global Weekly Updates. My name is Ken Duong. Today, I want to share with you three very exciting news. One is regarding the increase in foreign direct investment into Vietnam. Two is the update on the race to fly directly to the United States. And three, what is the United States continuing to do to support Vietnam in its vaccination campaign? So we move to the first item is LG, a large South Korean electronics manufacturer, has decided to invest another $1.9 million into their manufacturing facility in Vietnam. But they've committed to another $1.9 billion investment into their manufacturing facility, which would bring their total investment into Vietnam at $6.9 billion. However, that's not even the largest investment from any South Korean company. The largest is Samsung, with a total amount over $15 billion of investment into Vietnam for their manufacturing, their research, and also sales in Vietnam. That is very promising. South Korea is one of the biggest investors into Vietnam, and they will continue to invest and build up the market as well as technology, job creation, and economic development. Talking about job creation, we have very great news that Samsung and LG will recruit thousands of workers and employees in Vietnam. Along with the investment of $230 million USD to build a research and development center in Hanoi, Samsung will increase the scale of human resources from 2,200 at the present time to 3,000 people when the new R&D center comes into operation, which is expected to operate next year and become the largest R&D center in Southeast Asia. In the recruitment application form in September, Samsung Vietnam announced that it needs 1,000 production staff to work at the Bac Ninh factory. A month earlier, the company also announced the recruitment of 3,000 workers at the Thái Nguyên factory. In addition, LG Electronics is also in the process of recruiting thousands of engineers and technicians, create 5,000 new jobs, and create millions of dollars to the economy of Hai Phong City. The second item I want to talk about is we talked about it before regarding the race to direct flights to the United States. And now that three of the big airlines have their permission to fly directly to the US, but who will go first and who will commit their flights. So Vietnam Airlines has made their maiden flight already to the United States directly. And great news that just came out. Vietnam Airlines is pushing the plan to launch the first flights to the United States at the end of October 2021, after 2 decades of waiting. The airline will use a Boeing 787 or Airbus SE A350 for the first flight route to the US, from Ho Chi Minh City to San Francisco. Since last year, Vietnam Airlines has conducted flights to repatriate Vietnamese people from the US, which is considered a stepping stone for the airline to test and prepare for a plan to regularly operate direct flights to the US. Bamboo Airways was permitted to fly directly, and their maiden flight direct to the US from Hanoi to San Francisco will be on the 23rd of September. They will fly directly to the United States. That will be the first one. And the CEO, Mr. Thăng, will be flying to the United States to commemorate this day, and also the grand opening of the office in San Francisco is the main proper one. And he'll do other business visits and work with the consulates in order to strengthen and continue the relationship between the two countries. On September 7th, Bamboo Airways said that in the latest license just granted by the U.S. Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, the airline is allowed to operate 12 two-way direct flights between Vietnam and the U.S. scheduled from September to November 2021. The starting and landing points are key international airports such as Nội Bài International Airport, Hanoi, Da Nang International Airport, Da Nang in Vietnam, San Francisco International Airport in California, Los Angeles International Airport in California, Seattle Tacoma International Airport in Washington State in the US. Currently, Bamboo Airways and Vietnam Airlines are cooperating with the International Aviation Association to put the IATA Travel Pass vaccine passport into trial from the fourth quarter, serving the plan to reopen the international flight network. The only other company, VietJet, will decide when they'll make their first maiden flight to the United States. With that said, 3 of the largest airline companies in Vietnam will have direct flights that will help dramatically the business travel, the tourism, and all the other relationships between the two countries by the Pacific Ocean. So we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to more flights and shorter periods of time, and then also cheaper flights. And then finally, we're going back to what the United States is doing. A big partner of Vietnam, also as a Vietnamese American, I really value what the United States has done during the COVID fight for Vietnam, both in the sense of providing through the COVAX program millions and millions of doses, and also allowing and working with the different research centers of Pfizer in Vietnam and the US, Moderna in Vietnam and the US, and also Johnson & Johnson to continue to provide the doses necessary for Vietnam. In Q3 and Q4, Vietnam is expected to receive another 30 million doses of the Pfizer vaccine for Vietnam to continue. So that is very exciting. I want to say thank you very much to the United States for helping Vietnam to achieve its goals as the people trust the vaccines that come from the US and through the COVAX program, and all the Americans, the US Consulate and American Chamber of Commerce and the businesses for making this happen. So on behalf of Duong Global, my name is Ken Duong. Thank you very much for watching this Global Weekly Update. As always, make sure you like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, comment below about what news you want to hear, and click the bell for notifications. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week on our Global Weekly Update.